I'm gonna decode the halftime show with Bad Bunny. I have a lot of context that I can share, and in case you didn't know what he meant or what certain words mean, because it's not even Spanish, it's just slang. Here we go. In the first part, when it starts in a sugarcane field with a bunch of workers. That is the early Puerto Rico. The main crop over there was sugarcane. Working class, hardworking person that comes home from work and just wants to chill. Then he's talking about women and how he easily can get any woman he wants, how they all want him from all countries. He mentions different countries. And he also says that, especially the ones from Puerto Rico, those are all his. Yes, how much women want him and desire him. The next point, it's unoriginal. Now, that's just my opinion, but when he's on the house, on the rooftop, singing, that he already did that concert back in Puerto Rico. He had that staging, and I thought it was pretty unoriginal. Something better could have been done that we've never expected. Everybody in Puerto Rico can identify with that house because it's a common house built just about everywhere in the island, a concrete house like that. And it's just representing what the neighborhood looks like in the island where he grew up. I guess he wanted to just be very relatable. He talks about my penis has escaped and I want you to hide it and grab it like a bong. So that I translated, but that's basically what he said in his lyric. He doesn't mention the word penis in Spanish. He says a slang for it. And also he's sexualizing the whole thing with meaning, telling a woman to come grab it and help him out with getting his erection down, and grab it and basically put it in your mouth like a bong, like, you know, bongs when you smoke a bong. Okay, so that's that. I know, right? Next point is she does a substance that makes her wild. Oh, that's another word he uses in Spanish where he's trying to say, she takes like a pill, in other words, and that makes her go wild and crazy, and so they can party all night or whatever. That's that type of lyric. That's what he's trying to say. Then pops in, now this is not in the order that the whole show happens in, but there's a part where the artist Ricky Martin comes in and he's talking about don't let them do to the island what they done with Hawaii. Don't let them take your roots and your land and make basically Puerto Rico into another Hawaii, or make Puerto Rico a state, because that's what happened with Hawaii. It became a state from a colony. I have a lot to say about that, but I'm not gonna make this too political. Okay, another thing he mentions is let's go smoke a blunt. He wants to go hang out, smoke a blunt. Again, he starts with the sugarcane field, representing back in the days, the working class, and he advances into the sugarcane, and then he bumps into all kinds of people selling piragua, which is like call it frozen ice drink. And then there's the nail tag doing the nails, and then there's boxers, which is like one of the main sports in Puerto Rico that everybody watches. So he's being very relatable and trying to be inclusive. Then in the morning, coffee. In the afternoon, rum. We're in the streets. Get out of your home. So he's telling people, this is what we do. In the morning we have coffee, then let's go have rum in the afternoon, get drunk, and then get out into the streets and have fun or party, right? And that basically promoting alcoholism. Next point is God bless America. When he says God bless America and shows every flag in the America, the NFL is trying to include Latins into they want to bring the Latin community into the NFL because they want to make more money. And what a way to do it than to bring that little politicization into it where, you know, Latinos are going to feel more identified now with the NFL, with football, because it's not just about America. Look, it's all these flags and all of us are included now. Yay. But don't get offended. It's all about the money, you know. Okay, and then the next thing is when the three brown girls are like, they're going like that, like really aggressive, bad attitude. Why? That really made me have that bad attitude. Like, that really made me want to do that, because that is not a representation of Latinas or brown girls. We are not all aggressive like that. We are not with a bad attitude. I didn't like that. I did not like that, but that's what that was meaning. Brown girls having a bad attitude. And I know you've heard that before. Have you heard that before? That Latinas have sort of an attitude? Why? No, we don't. Then another point is, oh yeah, there was a part where there was like two men humping each other, kind of humped each other twice when they were dancing, including he was being very inclusive of gays, so that the gays, okay, now is all very pro-gay. The next point is Lady Gaga. You know, it wasn't another Latino like Ricky Martin. They included Lady Gaga, which she always breaks the molds. She's very artistic. She brings everybody together. She's representing Americans, because she's an American, right? And then incorporating her show in a Latin community, and therefore being all inclusive. So, you know, so nobody starts complaining that it was just about Latinos. And then the next point is how they lose power all the time. So now he's going to go outside and smoke a blunt. Oh yeah, that part is at the end when they're like, there's power lines and there's people dancing up there in the power lines. Remember when that hurricane happened, Maria? That was a big thing that happened where the whole island lost power for so long. But it's something that's not new. It happens a lot over there, where any little wind, any little rain, and the power goes out. So that's kind of common over there. So he kind of brought it into the show to make people laugh, I guess, how much the power goes out. And so he says, when the power goes out, let's go outside and smoke a blunt. So basically meaning, let's just use this time to get doped up and drink and not be productive, just be numb. You know where I'm coming from with this? The message is very numbing. It's very, oh yeah, let's party, let's have fun. Let me go back to the points. One more point. Oh yeah, he says potholes everywhere. This is Puerto Rico. So he said it himself. So this is Puerto Rico. It needs work. It's got potholes. The infrastructure in the island is not the best. There's potholes basically everywhere. And he's right about that. Now, remember, this show is more like trying to bring people together, the masses, as the working class. Generally speaking, he sings to everybody. Just get distracted with good music and beats and party, drink, smoke, get laid. Very, very, very numbing, in my opinion. Like, I know that music is all about entertainment and having fun, but it's also about expressing yourself. But with this kind of lyric, but I always like to read the lyrics. What exactly am I listening to? What am I feeding because information goes in through your ears and it goes into your brain, and you start thinking about this. What information? What is this useful for? So that's pretty much a basic summary about the whole thing that happened in a few words. And if you have any comments or any questions, just comment down below and let me know what you think. And God bless you guys. See you in the next video.